I am really having problems, my students. I just want to make it through today. Hey, it's another Friday. Now remember, Sunday I'm going to make a preview of the next week. Now today you're getting two videos. One video is the project that's going to be due next Friday. So that'll be the next video. This one is graphing parabolas. Now we're going to graph parabolas that open up or down. So Wednesday we did vertex, opening, and axis. Today we're going to talk about how does it cross the x-axis and how does it cross the y-axis. Now there's one of three things that can happen. Either it opens below and goes up so it hits the x-axis twice and the y-axis once, or it opens above and goes down and it hits the x-axis twice and the y-axis once, or it could open above and go up so it would still hit the y-axis once, but it wouldn't hit the x-axis none, or it could open below and then go down, or it could open, the vertex be right on the axis so it hits the x-axis once. So x-intercepts, we could have 1 or 0, or we could have 2. The y-intercept, if it opens up or down, has to have 1. So you always have one y-axis hit and 1, 0, or 2 x-axis. Now today we're just going to talk about how do you find the intercepts. Then Monday we're going to put all this together, Monday and Tuesday. Then Wednesday and Thursday, nothing new, so you can work on your project. So anyways, now, an x-intercept is where it touches the x-axis. So the question, what's true about y when you're on the x-axis? Well, what's true is it's 0. You're going up and down, none. And what's true about x when you're on the y-axis? When it touches, well, that it's 0. So whenever you're on the axis, the other variable is 0. So to find the x-intercept, you let y equal 0. Because you're just going left to right on the x-axis. To find the y-intercept, you let x equals 0 and solve. Because you're just going up and down if you're a y-intercept. So for this problem, x-intercept, let y be 0. So you'd have 0 plus 1 equals x minus 3 squared. So that would be 1 equals x minus 3 squared. Now, whenever you have a square equals a number, one way to solve is to square root both sides to get rid of the square. And whenever you have a variable and you square root, you get plus or minus the other side. So to solve, you would add 3. So 3 plus 1 is 4. 3 minus 1 is 2. Now, we're not going to graph it today. To find the y-intercept, you put 0 in for x. So y plus 1 equals 0 minus 3 squared. Let's bring it over. 0 minus 3 is negative 3. Squared is 9. Negative 3 squared is 9. Subtract 1. It would cross the y-axis at 8. So you go straight up and put a dot. But we're not graphing today. So this one, x-intercept, put 0 in for y. And that's the last time I'm going to put that 0 there. 0 plus 4 is 4. Get x squared by itself, so I'm going to divide by 4. Square root. Now this is the mistake most people make. Actually, it's the number one mistake in algebra. You always put the plus or minus whenever you square root both sides and one of the sides is a variable squared. The y-intercept, put 0 in for x, so y plus 4 equals 4 times 0 squared, Well, 0 squared is 0 times 4 is 0. Y plus 4 equals 0. So subtract 4. Y is negative 4. So this one, X-intercept, put 0 in for Y. Always put it into the other variable, because X-intercept means you're going straight left and right, so you're going up and down none. So negative 9 equals negative 9 x minus 1 squared. Divide both sides by negative 9 to get the square by itself. So you'd have this. Square root, you have plus or minus 1 equals x minus 1. I don't know why I put parentheses around it, sorry. Add 1 to both sides, you have 1 plus or minus 1. Add 1 and 1 plus or minus 1, so it'd be 2 or 0. So I divided by negative 9 to get the square by itself, then I square rooted both sides. Y-intercept, you put 0 in for x. Y minus 9 equals negative 9, 0 minus 1 squared. 0 minus 1's negative 1 squared is 1, times negative 9 is negative 9. Add 9 to both sides. So y equals 0. Now the y-intercept of 0 is the origin. That means you went up none. So try this one on your own. This is a tricky one. Try it. Freeze it, do it, and then turn me back on. Okay. It already froze. Sorry about that. It froze on me for some reason. So the x-intercept, put 0 into y, so it'd be negative 16 equals negative 4, x plus 5 squared. Divide by negative 4, so it'd be 4 equals x plus 5 squared. Now, if this wasn't a nice number and we square rooted, you'd have to use a calculator, but to square root both sides, it'd be, I'm going to move it over here, plus or minus 2. Square root of 4 is 2, but it's plus or minus because you had a variable squared. Is x plus 5. Subtract 5. So negative 5 plus 2 is negative 3, or negative 5 minus 2 is negative 7. Wow, they are far apart. So the y-intercept, you put 0 in for x. So you'd have y minus 16 equals negative 4. Wow, that's dark. 0 plus 5 is 5. Squared is 25. So I did 2 steps there, my kids. Negative 4 times 25 is negative 100. Add 16. It'd be a negative 84. So the y-intercept, you'd have to go down 84 on the y-axis and touch it. Now, this weekend, all I want you to do is to think about the project. Monday and Tuesday, we're going to put these together and then finish it up probably Friday. But Sunday, I'm going to make a preview of the week so you can kind of figure out where everything is going on. The project, well, we'll talk about the project in the next video. Thank you very much.